Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the previous classes, we have discussed about what is threat intel, and we have seen two tools regarding threat intel tools like virus total and abuse IPTV. And today's class, we are going to see Cisco Talos tool. It's a short video as compared to previous videos because in the previous videos we have discussed about like four types of things: IP addresses, subnets, hashes, and also file hash, etc. things. The main topics we have covered in the theory as well as we have covered through practical in different tools. In this video, we'll just look overview of the tool and we will wind up the session. Okay. So as discussed, today's lecture is about Cisco Talos. So when we type Cisco Talos in the Google Chrome or any of the browser, it will appear a first result of Cisco Talos Intelligence. So talosintelligence.com. So now we will go head over to the website. Okay. So now the website interface looks like this. And here, after scrolling a little bit of the website, we will get here to search IP address or URL or domain or network owner or file hashes. So we know about IPs, URLs, domains, and also file hashes. So we can directly do these things from here. So, for example, if you are having a malicious website, you have identified a malicious website or a malicious IP or a malicious email or a malicious file. So from that time, you can directly create an account in the Cisco Talos as a user or as an analyst. You can directly experience an issue, submit a support ticket. So you can directly support to this portal along with that malicious content in this website. They will analyze and they will recommend to public that it is a malicious thing. Okay, so let's get started into this topic. Like, just head over to any of the IP address. I just wanted to take one of the IP address. So randomly I took. So here it is showing that the location of this IP address is from United States and owner details. It is giving the IP address. Is it having DNS match or host or domain or network owner? So network owner in the sense who is giving the IP address, one who provides the IP address from any data center or it is belongs to any other hosting services. Okay, and also content details. So there is nothing about this content and also reputation details. Sender IP reputation. When it is show neutral, that means it is not any malicious IP. When it is showing green color mark or red color mark here, it is poor. That means it is malicious. So keep it in mind, when it is shows neutral, it is non-malicious. When it is shows poor, it is malicious. So you can if you find here it is neutral but it is having any malicious content with your organization or some other tools also, you can directly submit from here, submit sender IP report reputation ticket. So you can submit from here itself. Whether it is having any web reputation, questionable. That means so it is having no website related content, so that's why it is not showing anything else. So if it is having any email related data, it will show here. So for example, that that IP is related to a email. So at that time, it will show the email volume data and also block list content. Whether it is present in any of the block list of this Cisco Talos, it will display here. And in the additional information, you can see there is a good thing as compared to the previous two tools, like they're having subnets, but here you can see For example, I have taken this IP address, but I want to check how many devices are in this whole IP range. For example, I want to check devices of this range. For example, it has given 24/24. It is having only two devices, and when I click on /27, let's check, is there any devices? No. Let's check 23. So for 23, it is four devices. So if you don't get this CIDR uh, IP address thing, in future when we talk about networking courses, I will explain each and everything clearly. So don't worry about this. And also here it is giving in who is. So what related content with this? Who is, like IP address who is provided, but these details are not uh, finding here. So not a big deal with it, and we can check with some other IPs. And email volume history, there is nothing email related content because it is a normal related IP. So that's why. So let's take some other IP. So randomly, I'll take 134.156.89.25. Some random IP I have taken. So let's check. I don't know which IP, which country related IP it is, but we need to check it. So it is also related to the United States. Okay, and you can check here that no other data it is present here. And also just we will navigate into the another tab, and also we will check for malicious IPs. So malicious IPs list, and we will check one of the malicious IPs from this, and we will check the. So like this, we can go into the Google and we will check for the practice purpose. So it is a malicious IP. Whether this tool is recognizing or not, we don't know. Let's see what the results we can see here. So it's loading. Yeah. So we have seen a different IP which is not malicious. That is from United States, but this is from Germany. So we have particularly only taken this IP from the Google, that it is a malicious IP. So here the location of this IP is related to Germany, and also it is having the IP address. There is no data related to DNS and hostname and domain, but the network owner is some Sing Desi Networks BV, and also reputation details. And as previous I mentioned that when the sender IP reputation is poor, that means it is highly malicious, and web reputation, it is untrusted. That means it is not trusted, it is highly malicious. And we can see volume, there is no much volume change in email volume. It is having spam level critical. That means it is a email related IP, and it is malicious. So it is having content like phishing content and spamming content with the users. So you can see the details here. When it has observed, when it is having an expiration date, whether the status is fine. So it is active. So let's check some other details. So it is already present in the block list of the Cisco Talos. So that's why it was recognized. So if we check the CIDR range, so for this IP address having the different range, so most of the IPs are neutral, few of the IPs are good, and few of the IPs are poor. That means they are involved in some malicious content. So that's why it is showing poor, because people, when it is having any malicious related activity, security people or security analyst will report this IPs to the threat intel tools. When they report these IPs to threat intel tools, those threat intel tools will look into this IP address and they will analyze from themselves and they will approve that it is a malicious content. Okay. So like this, how we can check these things. And also, we'll go for any URLs. So let's check. So you need to must practice more number of IPs or so it is a URL. So let's take this one and we will go. So it's not compulsory that every IP address or every URL should be malicious in each and every tool. Uh, it is not mandatory, but security analysts always rely on multiple tools in the threat intel tools. Like as a security analyst, I will rely on not only on one tool. I will rely on my SIM tool, which is integrated as a third party, that threat intel tool, as well as I will depend on multiple tools from the outside, which is publicly available. So see here in this, they are providing this URL is safe, but they didn't provide any web reputation. So they are in questionable, like they don't know. These Cisco Talos don't know that whether it is a spam related or this is a malicious content or not. So that's why they just kept it as a questionable. If it is unknown, it is uh, not reported yet. If it is questionable, they don't know. And this is the URL, and this is the host name of that, and this is the domain of that, and the network provider is here. Other than this, we don't have any other thing, and we can directly submit here if this link is involved any other malicious activity related with your organization and with you. You can directly submit, and you just need to create an account in this Cisco Talos, and you can directly uh, report any of that. So let's go for any file hashes. So let's check any file hash. Just let me copy this thing. Control C. I will copy this thing. And one of the file hash, which is this, I'll check from here. So they are saying that unfortunately we can't find any results on this. But let's check. As we discussed in the previous videos, we have found something else from some other, like abuse IPDB. Even though it, whether it is having hash, I guess no. It is subnet calculator. So it does not have anything like hash related. So virus total is having. So let's head out to the virus total. So when we open a virus total, so it is having file hash analysis. So from Cisco Talos, we didn't find about this file as, but here we find something related to Trojan horse related and some malicious content with this file. So that's why 37 people has been reported yet. So this is the main best example that I am showing here is not rely on one tool. You should check for multiple tools for best analysis. This is how analysts will do in the SOC environment. So I hope everyone like this video and make sure subscribe the channel and like, share, sub, comment to our videos. so that a needy person can get this content for free. Thanks for joining. Signing off, Black at Commando.